Hey, what is up guys? So we're going to be talking about a few new cards that will be coming out in Chaos Impact, which is still 2 sets away. However, Rising Rampage is coming out pretty soon, so we don't really have to wait too long, but all these new cards are definitely really exciting. So starting off, we have the new cards from Yugioh. So obviously he was the dragon guy, one of the Baryon Emperors from Yu-Gi-Oh's Exile, so if you guys actually watched that, then you'll know who it is. But he basically plays a dragon deck as well, just like Kite or Kaito. So yeah, he has 2 new cards right here. We have Spiral Dragon Bulge, level 8 Dark Dragon effect monster, 2500 attack and defense, and each effect can only be used once per turn. First effect, if this card is in your hand or graveyard and you control 2 or more light monsters or dark monsters, you could special summon this card from your graveyard but banish it when it leaves the field. Second effect, during your main phase, you can have the levels of all monsters you currently control become 8 until the end of the turn. So obviously the purpose of this deck is to bring out Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon, which ultimately you could rank up into your Neo Galaxy Eyes Tachyon Dragon. That was pretty much the main playstyle of Yugioh in the particular anime, so it makes sense that we get a card like that. As for the trap card, we have Tachyon Galaxy Spiral, normal trap card. You could only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. If you control a Tachyon Dragon, you can activate this card from your hand, so definitely a very nice card specific to archetype. So its effect is target a galaxy monster you control, and until end of the turn it cannot be destroyed by battle or it's unaffected by card effects except its own. So not too bad there, but overall it's not as strong as certain other cards that I know of as well. I mean, if we're talking about cards that can, or traps that can activate from the hand, the most broken one is still Harpy's Feather Duster. So this one it's not particularly amazing, but I guess if you have a big giant 4500 beat stick, you do want to protect it, so this is definitely a nice card. Alright, so interestingly enough, we also have Suppress Collider. This is a new level 8 Dark Cyberse normal monster, 2800 attack and 2600 defense. Its flavor text is a skilled fighter of the great evils of the network world. Data compressed by its own iron hammer cannot be restored by anyone. So very interesting that we're even getting a normal monster to begin with, for Cyberse especially here. But there is a card that not many people actually play, and that card is called Text Changer. So I'm gonna probably leave the picture of the card on the screen right now for you guys to see, but Text Changer came out in one of the previous structure decks. No one bothers to play it, even I don't really play it, but it basically allows you to special summon some normal monsters that are Cyberse, so perhaps it will be an easier way to bring this out, but overall I can't particularly see any way to actually make this card a viable card that a typical Cyberse player would actually incorporate into it. So gotta see if there's any other cards that might support this, but for now it's just an interesting card to add to your Cyberse collection. Now here's a really interesting card. We have Infinitrack Brutal Dozer. So Infinitrack, if you guys have been playing it, you know, there's new support, so it's definitely really nice. So it's a level 5 Earth Machine effect monster, 1900 attack, 2100 defense. You can only use each effect once per turn. First effect, you contribute 1 Earth Machine monster, special summon this card from your hand in defense position. Second effect, if this card is special summoned from the hand, you can special summon 1 Infinitrack monster from your deck in face-up defense position except itself. But its effects are negated, and you cannot special summon monsters for the rest of the turn except Earth Machine monsters. Not too big of a restriction there because obviously they're all machine, but definitely one of the cards that will help you go into your Xyz plays. But of course, the fact that it restricts to Earth Machines means that this could be a viable option in Ancient Gears as well, so I might actually start incorporating Infinitrack with Ancient Gears, and I'll definitely see if I can actually make something work here, because right now Ancient Gears, you know, it's not the most competitive deck out there, and even with the most expensive $50 card, which is Ancient Gear Fusion, it's just a deck that definitely still needs a bit of help, and it's nice to see that Infinitracks definitely have a bit of viability here. Of course, we also have some Dinowrestler cards as well. However, they say that these 2 are the last cards that Go actually played before the end of the season, so this could potentially mean the end of the Dinowrestler line. Of course, we might get it later down the future when this becomes a legacy deck, but for now, it seems like this will be the final support for it in Chaos Impact. So it will be unfortunate to see, but I guess it's a splashable way to, I guess not splashable, but it's mixable with a lot of the pure dinos anyway. So we have Dinowrestler, Marshall, and Pello. Level 1 Earth Dinosaur effect monster, attack 600, defense 0. Second effect can only be used once per turn. So first effect, if another Dinowrestler monster you control battles a monster of equal high attack, you can send this card from your hand or face up on the field to the graveyard. Your monsters cannot be destroyed by that battle, also you halve the battle damage. Second effect, when an opponent's monster declares an attack, you can banish this card from your graveyard and add a Dinowrestler monster from your deck to your hand except for itself. So definitely a really interesting card, obviously focusing on battles and everything like that, but overall it is definitely a really nice card to also add cards from the hand as well. And for the second card, we have Dinowrestler Valonix, level 3 Earth Dinosaur effect monster, 1600 attack, 0 defense. If only your opponent controls a monster, you could special summon this card from their hand, so it's basically Cyber Dragon. And for the second effect, while you control a Link 3 or higher Dinowrestler monster, face-up monsters you control are unaffected by the activated effects of your opponent's Link 3 or lower monsters. Not really great because your opponents are mostly playing Link 4s now, but either way it's just another addition, and also it special summons really easily as well from the hand. So overall, these two cards are definitely very nice support. They're not game changing, but they will definitely help facilitate the deck quite a bit here. Alright, so next we have Evil Eye of Gorgonion. This is a very interesting equip card for Evil Eyes. So you can only equip this to an Evil Eye monster, and you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. You can only use the third effect once per turn as well, so definitely a lot of restrictions right off the bat. First effect, this card's name becomes Evil Eye of Saline while it's in the spell trap zone. Second effect, if your life points is lower than your opponent's, the equipped monster gains attack equal to the difference, so not too bad. Third effect, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then discard one Evil Eye, and add an Evil Eye spell trap from your deck to your hand. So another way of kind of, I don't know, I mean, it's an additional equip card that also is treated as Saline. But at the same time it can also add as well and has a bit of versatility from the grave. So not too big of a game changing card, but definitely nice to see that there's some support for Evil Eyes as well. Alright, so for the final card we have Salamangreat Burning Shell. Now this one's the one I'm looking forward to the most. A quick play spell card, and you can only activate a card with this card's name once per turn. You can special summon one Salamangreat monster from your hand, but its effects are negated. Immediately after this card resolves, you can link summon one Salamangreat link monster using monsters you control, including that monster, but that monster link summon cannot attack or activate its effects during this turn. Now this is definitely a really nice card. If you guys don't think it's that good, it really actually is, because just based off the first effect alone, it gives you the ability to actually bring out more Salamangreat monsters, because most of the time with Salamangreats, if you can stop their initial plays of Gazelle or whatever their normal summon is to go into the Balalinks, that's pretty much it for Salamangreats. They really can't do much there. So seeing that this card could actually help facilitate additional summons is definitely quite a nice thing for Salamangreats to actually go with here. Of course, which will ultimately go into your revival links. For the second effect, during your main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, then target a Salamangreat link monster in your graveyard and return it to the extra deck. So definitely a great way. Very interesting effect to help you return the link monster back, because that means you'll get more materials to allow you to go for your revival links, which makes me actually wonder in the next ban list whether or not they're going to hit Sunlight Wolf or not to 1, or, well, 1 would be unplayable, but whether or not it will hit it down to 2. If so, it will definitely restrict the deck quite a bit, and you will definitely have to be more resourceful in your plays here. So Burning Shell is definitely a really nice card to help excel the deck up a bit, but of course this card is coming out all the way in Chaos Impact, so quite unfortunate there. I am however looking forward to the Link 4 for Salamangreat, so that'll be very interesting. But that's pretty much it for today's new cards that we're going to be talking about. Definitely really interesting, supporting a lot of different archetypes that a lot of you have been, I guess, testing out, having fun with. So yeah, that's pretty much it for me. So tell me what you guys actually think about all these cards. But in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great day. I'll see you next time.